Guys, I'll be completely honest. I already regret my picks and have already thought of new ones. But it's too late for that because we believe in integrity here at the Tough Cut. So fuck me. Hey, I swung strong for coming of age, and I swung really, 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 really low.
We will get into it in the second half of this episode, I am sure.
I like straight up already thought of musicals that I like love way more than the ones I chose. Well, I love one of my picks, but like,
yeah,
you know.
I mean, we know you love Les Mis, Jake.
Yeah, I fucking love Les Mis, dude.
Anyway, I guess we'll I don't know, jump into things. Hello and welcome back. If you've listened to us before, we're the Tough Cut Podcast. I'm Matthew.
Hello, I am Alex.
And hi, I'm Jake. Do not forget my name. Do not forget me.
Wow, Jake, that was really good. That was the best impression you have done on this show.
I hate it because I know, like, I know how to do a great job here.
Well, this is episode 22 of the Tough Cut Podcast, part 1 of our movie musicals bracket. Oh, wow, oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
I am so excited to have a bracket where I truly feel like I'm in my element. I was a musical theater kid, and I'm so excited to get into it, guys.
Meanwhile, I'm in my element in the sense I've seen a lot of musicals, but I cannot sing, do not understand musical composition, so I'm just along for the ride.
And I'm Javert. Do not forget my name.
Jake, are you going to sing the whole episode?
2, 4, 6, so no, fuck no. I'm not.
So coming at you in this episode, in the first half, we've got The Greatest Showman versus Mamma Mia. And then in the second half, we have Les Mis versus the Blues Brothers.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Look, guys, just a little warning. We'll be spoiling these movies. You're already spoiled that I'm Javert, so hang on to your fucking asses. We're going to be spoiling all these movies and maybe more. Just look out for it.
I want to throw out there, just, for you nitpickers and naysayers, we're defining movie musical as a movie where people sing in it, not just a movie adaptation of a Broadway show.
Yes, that's good, because all of my picks were movies with just singing, not musical adaptations.
Yeah. So our first matchup, we got Greatest Showman and Mamma Mia, huh? How about the people who pitched those say a thing?
I pitched Mamma Mia! ! Directed by Felita Lloyd, released in 2008. This is the movie adaptation of the hit Broadway musical of the same name. It is entirely composed of music from the hit band ABBA, and boy, is it good. Celebrities singing ABBA, having an absolute blast on a Greek island. What more could you want? It also has something that we love here at the Tough Cut, which is a great mother-daughter love story.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Stellan Skarsgård.
It does have Stellan Skarsgård and Colin Firth, Pierce Brosnan, Meryl Streep, Amanda Seyfried. It's so good. It is so good. What do you guys think of Mamma Mia? Because I know that I love I picked it because I love this movie. This is why I like ABBA.
That's crazy.
I just think it's so feel good. It's so fun. I've said this before. Watching a bunch of celebrities, actors go somewhere and just you can tell they're having the absolute best time making something is so much fun to watch. There are so many moments in this movie.
So do you like every Adam Sandler movie?
Yeah, Grown Ups too.
Well, okay. But there are so many moments in this movie where you can tell there were like minor fuck ups. Something accidentally happened in a shot and they were just like, yeah, we're going to keep it in. What do you guys think of this movie, though?
Man, I fucking love Mamma Mia, dude. I just like the music. Yeah, here we go again, man. I just think it's a hilarious movie, objectively. Like, it's one of those movies where it's like, why are we watching these why are we watching these men do that? Why are we watching James Bond dance on a fucking...
It's so ridiculous.
I think it's so funny when you lead into it, like, the casting and, like, just everything about it's a good time. it has its issues because it's like you said. So it's not like my favorite of all time, but I liked it.
Cool. Yeah, so I think Mamma Mia is a ton of fun. Yes, I agree. It seems like they're just having an absolute blast. However, I do have a couple little reservations on some of the casting choices. It seems they wanted to cast famous people rather than people that can sing for a couple, several roles, which I don't think there's
like
anything
that.
anything else in this bracket that has someone who was cast for a reason other than they're singing about.
Can you hear me? SOS.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm Javert.
Yeah, they should just cast Pierce Brosnan and Russell Crowe opposite each other.
Oh, like in the confrontation, you know nothing of Javert. I was born inside a jail. Anyway,
we're not on this yet. We can't.
Not yet. Can't waste all the jokes now. On the other side of the bracket, we've got The Greatest Showman, released in 2017, directed by Michael Gracie. In this incredibly loose retelling of P.T. Barnum's life, we follow Barnum, played by Hugh Jackman, as he ascends to wealth, fame, and notoriety, becoming obsessed with proving everyone wrong and putting on the greatest show on earth.
He did air quotes super hard, guys.
So, why did I pick this movie?
Yeah, why did you?
Why did you pick this movie, man?
I have never seen The Greatest Showman.
What? What an absolute mad lad.
So, yes. However, I think the music from this movie musical is so good. And I was like, yeah, let's do that one. Because I don't know. I really like the music. Watching the film for the first time, as someone who knows a decent bit about P.T. Barnum's life, they sanitize it a lot. Which, look, I'm going to throw this out here now. I can separate P.T. Barnum the man from P.T. Barnum Greatest Showman character, because real life P.T. Barnum is a certifiable piece of shit.
Yeah. That was literally one of my main notes. I was like, just wasn't P.T. Barnum awful every single time he did something? I was like, isn't he just an awful human?
Yeah, I think it's important that it's not meant to be like a biopic of P.T. Barnum. Yeah, so what do you guys
just
think?
The story about his life and how he founds the circus and all that, you know?
Well, I mean, it's not even factually accurate. It doesn't, things don't occur in the order of which they occur in real life. There's a ton of issues.
I'm just wondering why they don't not name. Yeah, okay, we'll get into it.
Well, what do you guys think about it?
I mean, I think it's a fine movie. I think the music's really good. Zac Efron and Zendaya are great. Hugh Jackman's a great actor. Mm-hmm. You know, the empowerment stuff is cool. I think it's pretty good.
I think this movie sucks.
Love that, Jake.
I actually remember. I remember fucking watching this for the first time in theaters. I was like, oh, I had a nice time. I watched it with my mom. You know, we liked watching whatever. And then watching it again, I just did not like a lot of things about this movie. I was like, why did I convince myself I had a good time before? Literally in my notes, the movie is saved by my love for Zendaya. Literally in my notes, I would be trashing this movie. Oh, do whatever. And then all of a sudden, Zendaya, and then 2 heart emojis. And that's literally all I say. And then other things go. I was like, oh yeah, this is whatever. Zendaya. And I have that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have that 9 times in my notes, randomly sprawled out throughout the notes. Man, oh man, The Greatest Showman certainly is the air quote greatest show.
Just not to harp on this.
Yeah,
separating P.T. Barnum, the
it's
real
not
life
even
person.
about that.
What do you what is your biggest gripe? I'm just genuinely curious.
Yeah. No, it's not even about the whole I could also say I can separate. They made a movie about a circus man. That's fine. Whatever. It's just
circus man.
It just looks awful in a lot of different. It looks bad sometimes. And like the songs, while like yes, they slap like while you're in it. I can't think of a song from it or like a lot of songs from it. And I think movie musicals, it's very important to like know the music afterwards to get them catchy. I also know that that's not really a popular opinion because I know a lot of people who enjoy this music and I know it was very popular. Also, I think my biggest issue with it and why I'll be fully honest, will probably never vote for this movie.
I figured. I mean, you came out saying you hate it, so.
Well, it's because imagine being ashamed to hold Zendaya's hand. You fucking idiot. You're a fucking dumbass, dude. Are you serious?
Oh my
Are you
God.
fucking serious, my guy? What?
All right. Well, with that, let's get into comparing these movies. Starting off, this was supposed to be just like a fun little softball question, but with Jake's very apparent hate for The Greatest Showman.
It isn't a strong hate. You can softball question it out.
I just wanted to ask you guys, what's your favorite song from each movie?
Oh, I can answer that.
Oh, wait, let's do this. What's your favorite song, and which one do you think is the most popular?
Oh, shit.
So in Greatest Showman, my favorite song is the Never Enough. Never
the adultery
enough.
song.
That one, I think that's a good one. But I think the most listened to one, I don't even know how it goes. I don't remember it, is the one between Zendaya and Zac Efron. Because I know that's a good one. I just can't think of what it is or how it goes.
Yeah, the one where Zac Efron literally endangers Zendaya and like so much. I was so angry during that whole scene. He's literally like, she's trying to do her routine and he's jumping on her as she's trying to do like these really intense things. And it's like, shut the fuck up, Zac. Oh my God.
You just wish that could be you, Jake.
Yes.
When they meet and she swings up and they like make eye contact and she hangs there longer than she should. And then she falls. I know it's movie magic, but still.
She's a god, you dull creature. Yeah. I think they promoted the song with This Is Me, right? Like, this is me.
Oh, yeah.
So I imagine that's probably the most popular, but I guess it could easily be The Greatest Show. Like, this is the greatest show. That's the only one where
Do
I
you have a
fully...
favorite from the show, Jake? Or do you just not like any of the music?
I like, if I listen to Rewrite the Stars, and I only know that because I'm looking at the track list, that's the one with Zac Efron and Zendaya. I like listening to that if I picture that Zendaya is singing to me. So, final answer, Rewrite the Stars. Although I did actually like Never Enough, the adultery song, as I call it.
I feel like that one, though, gets at the core of the characters
Barnum.
The best.
Yeah, I agree. Well, my favorite from Greatest Showman is Million Dreams. It was the first song I heard from it. I don't recall where, but if you think back to when we lived together, Jake, and I'd play it on occasion. You sang it.
It's a million, it's the little kid one, right? The little kids also like sing it.
Then it switches then to adult Hugh Jackman.
I like that
and then
song
his daughters
too.
sing it, and that's what makes him go follow his dream. Cool.
Here's the thing, like I liked the music just like while I was watching it. I don't really if it's not playing, then I can't like think of it.
My eyes,
right.
The world that's waiting there. Whatever it is. Anyway, well, the most popular song from The Greatest Showman is This Is Me.
Nice.
566 million plays on Spotify. Wow. Jake, nicely done.
Nice.
Wow,
Thanks.
Jake gets a musical point.
I know my... Hell yeah.
Jake gets
Jake,
one
congrats
musical
on
point.
Your musical point.
Thanks.
Now, Mamma Mia.
Matt, what's your favorite song from Mamma Mia?
Very cliched. Because not my favorite ABBA song, but my favorite specifically from the movie / the musical is the titular track, Mamma Mia.
It's really good in the movie.
Mamma Mia.
What makes me think of Mamma Mia the most in my memories is Super Trooper. I don't know why. It's not probably not my favorite, but like for some reason when I hear that I vividly see the movie. Like I see Meryl and all that stuff. But don't go wasting your... That's probably my like objective favorite.
That song in this movie is so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, they are like basically getting ready to hook up on this beach, right? Her dads are like 300 feet away on a boat. Like And then the groomsmen come out and they're like in the scuba gear. How ridiculous. It's so fun. I love this movie. My favorite song in this movie is Dancing Queen. I think Dancing Queen, all the Greek women stopping their work and like running down the beach with them. So much fun. I bet the most popular song in this movie is...
It's probably the titular track, I imagine.
I bet it's Mamma Mia. Yeah.
Or Dancing Queen, honestly.
The most popular song from the Mamma Mia soundtrack.
It's SOS. I knew it.
Fucking damn it.
Lay All Your Love on Me.
With
92 million plays.
Yeah, because...
I think the reason for that is TikTok loves all of the versions of these songs from the movie, and they use that one. However, the most popular ABBA song, I grabbed that too.
Nice.
Is
Good
Dancing
research.
Queen with 500 million plus plays. Yeah, just, I thought that was just kind of a fun thing.
Too.
That's a fun game.
Take a chance on me.
Let's do that with all of these movies.
Yeah, we can do that. So, other points of comparison now that we're in the music-y mood.
I just think it's important to note at the very beginning of Mamma Mia, when all the dads are like coming together on their way, heading to Greece, Pierce Brosnan leaves his important job, gets into a taxi in New York. He tells the driver to get to JFK as quickly as possible. And I don't know if you guys heard this. When he closes the door, he goes, woo wee.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Actual recording of Pierce Brosnan going to set.
That was his.
I'm gonna throw that audio into here so that way our listeners can hear that. It's so funny.
Taxi, up the road. JFK, please, as quick as you can.
And I think that's important to know.
So, if we're pointing out things that are important to know, remember at the end of the fucking Greatest Showman, where they're all like corralling Barnum in the bar, and this always empty bar, by the way, always notoriously empty.
That has pictures of P.T. Barnum up on the wall.
That has pictures of P.T. Barnum on the wall.
Why?
So, here's the thing: one, that's
He's
ridiculous.
the only customer.
That's one. That's probably why. But two, when they corral him, they drink and like have fun. They dance. The end shot is just all of the other people sleeping on the floor of that bar, piss drunk, while P.T. Barnum leaves. And like, what? Why did they just sleep there?
You never passed out at a bar, Jake?
I can safely say no. I've never passed out at a bar.
Wow, you've never partied like the cast of P.T. Barnum's circus.
Also, if you look in that song, the tall dude, he's trying to like bang on the ceiling, and he is always out of time. Like, it's notoriously so bad. And it's shit like that in this movie. I'm just like, shut the fuck. Like, it's so bad. Like, he's literally like,
that'd be me. I'd be hitting it out of sync.
They probably did so many
funny.
takes, and they're just like, please, in beat, please, in beat. And they're just like, we can't find another tall person who can walk on stilts this early. We can't do it.
Impossible. Literally impossible. Something I think is really strange in Mamma Mia, I don't understand the random slow-mo that sort of permeates the film at several
You don't
moments.
like the Snyder cut, dude? What the fuck?
The Snyder cut of Mamma Mia.
Yeah, Zack Snyder does love his slow-mo. We have yet to have a Zack Snyder movie in this podcast. The time will come.
Why. Oh no!
I'm gonna put Guardians of Ga'Hoole in the next one.
Oh no!
And Sucker Punch.
Oh god, you're gonna double down. All right.
I don't know. The slow-mo just always struck me. I don't know. Just as a very strange
Both these
decision.
movies have silly ass shit in them that just shouldn't be in the movie. And I get it. Movie musicals are fun or whatever. Not all of them can be Les Mis, but like,
Yeah.
I just don't understand yet a lot of like, why was the mood so big in Greatest Showman? That mood was always fucking huge.
So I think that's what's up with Greatest Showman. It's not our P.T. Barnum. It's alternate reality P.T. Barnum in a world where the moon is closer to the earth and everything is different.
And he's a
That
demon.
makes so much sense.
And P.T. Barnum is a good man who solves classism and racism and
Wow. Yeah.
Ableism. Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense.
To give a credit to a technical thing that Greatest Showman did, and then they fucked it up. The first time they did the silent applause thing, I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed the whole, like, after Jenny Lynn's, like, never whatever to sing thing, her first performance, and they just ended on, like, a silent applause, like nothing happened. I was like, oh, that's fun. And then they did it like 3 more other times in the movie, and I'm just like, this is way less impactful. Why do you make the decisions you make, movie? Oh my god. But like little things like that, like even like the Jenny Lind like sabotage kiss, that was pretty fucking metal. That was pretty like, whoa, the stakes are high. But then like everything happened around it. It was like, that happened. Then the shit set on fire. Then like, I was like, oh my god, they just went full on like fucking. And then he Wolverined that shit. That building collapsed, motherfuckers. That building full on collapsed. And then fucking huge Jackman fucking tethered. Like, what?
I was hoping so badly that they were just gonna kill him.
So was I, man. I needed the movie to be over. Oh
no, see, but that's why they were fostering Zac Efron as a fictional man, Philip Carlyle.
Okay, here's the thing. He showed up on an elephant at the end. His daughter played a tree. I don't know, man.
Okay.
Sorry. No, yeah, Mamma Mia is real fun.
I think it's so funny that you brought up the silent applause technique, because I don't know if you guys watched the credits of Mamma Mia, but they employ that same technique. Like during the credits, the Donna and the Dynamos are singing one of the songs, and it ends and there's no applause. It's silent, and it's just, thank you. Do you want another one? Do you want another one? And it's like imagining, I'm sure in a movie theater, it might have been different where like people are applauding in the movie theater. But when you're just watching it at home on your couch, it is completely silent. And then it's like she's yelling at a stadium, but it's just quiet. And it is so awkward and uncomfortable.
Bold of them to make a movie and assume that people are going to applaud in the end for songs.
Yeah.
Like, imagine sitting in a theater and they're just yelling at you. You're watching the credits, hoping for a post scene where they say, like, Mamma Mia will return. And you just get, are you ready for another one?
So something I wanted to bring up in regards to Mamma Mia, because we've kind of thrown around this idea of how well the music stays with you after watching it. Not that that's like a personal criteria, but it's something I think is pertinent, at least with myself and Mamma Mia, is I don't think I would go out of my way to listen to the tracks from the film. I'd probably just go listen to the actual ABBA song versions. Like, they're not my favorite versions of any of the songs.
I honestly think they're so blended to be
interesting.
I think it's very interesting because Greatest Showman, there's only that recording, right? There's only one option.
Yeah.
For Mamma Mia, there are 3 options because there's the movie, there's the Broadway show, and there's the ABBA. And I find myself listening to the movie, but that's because that's how I first heard the songs. So like that's the version that I love.
Yeah.
Whereas I heard the ABBA versions of the songs first. So that's the one that I think of when I think of them.
Yeah. And they just like blend for me because I think there's so many options where I just like have listened to all of them, because Mamma Mia is like, the musical has been around for a hot minute now. And like we kind of grew up with that, like being like, people really like it. Also, ABBA just fucks. I mean, and it's hard because like ABBA already fucks as a band, and like Greatest Showman is like trying to
exist without it.
Yeah. Greatest Showman, like it's hard to do a musical that's like inherently new to give credit. This movie was like, this is just a random tidbit, but this movie was fucking huge in England.
Which one are you talking about?
Greatest Showman. And like to the point where, this movie came out, and then like 10 months later, I went like abroad, like I went to England, and like billboards were still up, and it would play on the like songs from it would play on the radio still, like intermittently.
Maybe that's why you were so willing to sing A Million Dreams with me, because it would have been when you came back from the UK.
Yeah, like literally, it would like it was just like, yeah. I don't want to like. I'm sorry, Matthew, to like crush the A Million. Like
those memories have been tainted by your hate.
I'm so sorry, but like, look. I can sing the songs. I probably still will. I like bad musicals. I like singing songs of, that maybe are inherently awful in the musical, but I'll still sing them. look, I know I picked another Hugh Jackman musical, but like I just really can't take Hugh Jackman's singing voice seriously for some reason.
I think it's wild that Les Mis has both Hugh Jackman and Amanda Seyfried.
Yeah. I think
It's pretty
obviously
crazy.
Hugh Jackman's talented.
Yeah.
And I'll get into what I actually think about a singing thing when we talk about Les Mis.
I can't wait for that because
but
that's so fascinating that you seem to at least be somewhat tepid on him.
Wait, another fucking thing. We can just there's so much random shit in here. Can y'all climb fences?
What?
Yes.
Like us personally?
Yeah. Can you guys climb fences? Was that like a big thing for y'all?
So if we needed to climb a fence, we'd climb a fence.
Seeing it, where he's climbing a fence to get away and like in the beginning and stuff, I was just like, man, when I was a little kid, like this was I felt like it unlocked something so big when I learned how to climb a fence. And I barely if I really think about it, if I needed to crunch time, what if I can't?
Well, you'll get caught. And
yeah, that's why I feel like I gotta like stab people and be sneaky because I don't know if I can climb a fence in crunch time.
Just instead of escape, you just kill everyone.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know what this conversation really has to do with either of these movies.
He climbs a fence at the beginning of Greatest Showman.
I mean, he also does a lot of things in Greatest Showman. I don't know that I would model my life and my experiences off of it.
Oh God.
Remember when he said that he owned a bunch of boats? That was pretty wild. Maybe I'll do that.
Yeah. So something I think is so crazy about the movie is they try to display this sanitized picture of P.T. Barnum, but he's still an asshole. Even when they sanitize it, like commits fraud. He progressively pushes away these
the people who have come to depend on him.
Yeah, gradually pushes them away in favor of what's going to like make him more money and notoriety, which is like very true to PT. Okay, one little thing that connects to that. This idea of him being in search of the notoriety, the fame, the money. So the movie portrays his relationship with Jenny Lind, the Swedish Nightingale, as there's this increasing tension that they understand each other in a different way than other people because they're sort of birds of the same feather. And they show the split comes because Jenny Lind kisses him on stage. Real life, there's zero chance that they had an affair. One, because P.T. Barnum was really fucking ugly. Pretty ugly. Him and unfortunately his first wife were somewhat dogged-faced. And instead, the reason that Jenny Lind and P.T. Barnum split is because Barnum was so money hungry. He had like 60 journalists on staff that he'd send to her next, like where she was next going to sing to like start stirring up excitement. Why force in the adultery? I don't understand the purpose it serves.
Every musical needs a little adultery. Come on now.
Because Barnum, they've already established in that universe, is so set on like the money and fame. They're building him as this titan of advertising and marketing of like, which are all real life pieces of him. Mm-hmm. Why not lean in? I just don't.
It wasn't even good adultery because like the whole thing made zero sense. Like her randomly, because like they lean into, they like tease, oh, she's into him, like, oh, whatever, and he's like looking at her all like romantically, and she just like randomly, they're about to kiss, and then he's like, oh, I gotta go home, dude, and she's like, yeah, I'm done with this. What?
I'm gonna quit the tour.
She was like, she literally said, I risked everything for this. It's like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't
do anything
for love. You really think you're gonna run away with Hugh Jackman? No.
One tiny more piece on Jenny Lind's situation. They play it off as like Barnum sunk his entire wealth into it. He's ruined if she doesn't do 46 shows or whatever. Real life P.T. Barnum made $500,000. Which was equivalent to roughly 15 million off of Jenny Lind.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Like the man was making cash hand over fist.
That sounds like a poor man to me, motherfucker.
It's so
yeah, we can agree that The Greatest Showman is dumb.
I don't want to dig too much into P.T. Barnum the man, but I could go on for ages about how that is so
Look,
frustrating.
The funniest part of this movie is that his wife's name is Charity. I laughed so fucking hard. I forgot about that piece.
That's his real life wife's name.
I know,
First
but like
wife.
when they're like, Charity, come here, he's like, Charity, and I was like, shut up. Like, that was so funny to me.
And then he married, after Charity dies, he marries his friend's daughter.
Yikes.
Never enough.
Who's
never
20 years
enough,
younger than him.
Never enough.
Jesus.
So P.T. Barnum had real sugar daddy energy.
Should we vote? Should we
Yeah,
save some of our
fully-
P.T. Barnum content in case it moves on?
Fully ready to vote with the passion.
Yeah. I can go first.
Sure, man.
I gotta go with it's movie musicals. I gotta go with the music I like better. And that is The Greatest Showman.
Hey, Alex, do you want to go?
It's Mamma Mia.
And so it all comes down to me. What am I going to
Okay.
What could it be?
I'm going for the Mamma Mia. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Get the fuck out of here. Not holding Zendaya's hand.
With that, Mamma Mia advances. And let's hop into the second half of this bracket.
Hell yeah, we're finally here.
Jake, do you want to introduce Les Mis?
I do. After 19 years as a prisoner, Jean Valjean, played by Hugh Jackman, is freed by Javert, the officer in charge of his workforce. Valjean promptly breaks parole, but later uses money stolen to reinvent himself as a mayor and a factory owner. But Javert vows to bring him back. But then 8 years later, he's a guardian of a child named Cosette, and he's fucking Anne Hathaway dies, and like Javert's still pursuing him.
You
all that
had
good
such
shit.
a strong start to your summary, and then it progressed. And then this, and then this, and then
Yeah,
To be fair, that's kind of how Les Mis goes.
yeah. Les Mis
Yeah, that's
2012, directed by Tom Hooper. Won some Oscars. Is a great fucking time. I love this movie unabashedly. And its music slaps, and it has one of the best singing performances of all time. Viewers can decide what that is. What do you guys think of Les Mis? And a hush fell over the crowd.
I really did not like Les Mis when I first saw it in theaters. I've never seen the musical itself, just the movie.
That's a shame.
It was better this time, I think. I actually liked it more watching it this time than I did the first time.
nice.
Hell yeah.
So I have lived in a post Les Mis world for many years. I had seen bits and pieces. I'd seen the memes. I'd lived in close contact with Jake and Alex here, who have grumped on Russell Crowe a lot in the years I've known them. So going into this, I was like, I don't really know what to expect. And I was pleasantly surprised.
Hell yeah, my
it was-
guy.
Wow.
Generally enjoyable. I think that Russell Crowe is basically comedy. There were things I didn't love, which had more to do with, like, I had always thought that this was like very centrally to do with the June Rebellion.
Mhm.
Which it's part of it briefly, which coming into it and thinking that's going to be the focal point of the story and then having it basically not be was very confusing to me. But once I like sat with it and was like, oh, okay, this is based on Victor Hugo's novel, and like Jean Valjean's road to redemption is like the central purpose of the story. I felt a little better about it.
I think the reason I used to not like it is because I thought Jean Valjean was boring as a character, and I thought Javert's arc was far more interesting, and then Russell Crowe was so bad.
Javert literally gets the best songs, unironically, in this. It's just he sings them in such a... Well, they sing it all live, by the way. It's really fucking awesome how, like, all of the...
There's a
I
lot
do
of
know
really
that.
cool
That's
recording
very cool.
techniques that
Which
had to
sucks
be used.
for Russell Crowe. Also sucks for Hugh Jackman. Dude, like, we should introduce the other
We'll
movie
get into it.
before I
Let's
get
talk
into it.
let's talk about the other movie in this matchup,
The-
Matthew.
Other movie, the other side of this bracket, The Blues Brothers, released in 1980, directed by John Landis, in this love letter to blues, we get a perfectly blended musical action comedy.
Whoa. That's bias right there. That's bias.
Hey, I mean, about the brothers Elwood and Jake Blues as they go on their mission from God to get their old band back together and raise $5,000 for the orphanage where they grew up, and hijinks ensue, culminating in a climax that I can't not call out that involves perhaps the most over-the-top chase sequence of all time, all the while that the love letter to blues, the music takes center stage. Yeah, so as for why I picked this, I think the way that the Blues Brothers exists to sort of defy genre norms is really, really valuable. It is significantly different in its approach to being a musical than I think every other film in this bracket, which is something worth talking about. And yeah, I mean, I wanted to bring it to the table and at least have it be part of the discussion. What did you guys think of this one?
I love the Blues Brothers. I was excited to watch this one because it was probably the one on this list that I hadn't seen in the longest time. And I remember really liking it. I remember watching it like early with my dad. He really enjoys the movie. This feels like a dad movie in that, like, you know, it does. It feels like a dad movie that a lot of like dads say they like or like whatever. I don't know, certain dads, I guess. And I love fucking blues. I love jazz. There was that period of time where they just made SNL sketches be movies, you know, like Night of the Roxbury, Coneheads, the Blues Brothers. This is probably the best out of all of them.
Yeah.
No, I really enjoy this, and I'm excited to see, because doing the whole like which music is the most popular and stuff. I'm excited to vote for that because there's some interesting things on here. But yeah, I like the movie a lot. How about you, Alex?
It's not my favorite, honestly.
Hell yeah.
I usually love Dan
has a
Aykroyd,
chance.
and I have never seen the Blues Brothers, so I was going into it raw. But for me, the pacing of it was really weird, which I think is very funny. I think it's so funny that these two movies are going up against each other because I think both of them have very weird pacing. I think they also both have a very interesting relationship with God, which I want to get into later. But for me, Matt, you say that it's perfectly blended. For me, like those car chases
go on too
just
long.
So repetitive. They go on so long and they're just so repetitive. Yeah.
This is like a long movie. This is a way longer movie than I like remember it being, to be honest. Yeah. And you know, just because
going
it's
up against Les Mis.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm not saying, but like, yeah, you're absolutely right. And my bias towards Les Mis, where I was going to be like, Les Mis doesn't feel long, but it is long. It's very long. You're right. Sometimes things feel disconnected, but I take that all at face value because it's like based on an SNL sketch. So like, I don't think it was ever going to be like the pinnacle of filmmaking pacing from sketch writers. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Just because I think you wouldn't expect it to be that doesn't mean it's not a knock against it, though, you know? Although Les Mis doesn't do it very much better. So
what?
What?
So let's hop into these. Yeah, we can start off with we'll go with Les Mis first, I guess.
This I swear by the stars.
Favorite song and what do you think's the most popular?
I mean, I think the most popular should be I Dreamed a Dream because Anne Hathaway genuinely kills that fucking song, and that's a beautiful song, and it won an Oscar. So it should be that one. My favorite, that's so hard. I love them all.
Interesting.
Do you?
Honestly, I really do love the music of Les Mis like so fucking much. I think my most fun that I have is the confrontation where it's Jean Valjean and Javert, and he's like, "You know nothing of the, I am warning you, Javert." Yeah, Hugh Jackman is no better, and it should be talked about a lot. I think the most popular is I Dreamed a Dream, or it should be I Dreamed a Dream. It could easily be the fucking one more day to revolution. We will. I don't know why I'm singing all of Javert's parts, but you know, one more day.
I think I know why you're singing all Javert's parts.
He gets the best arc, the best songs, whatever. What do you think, Alex?
Yeah, I think I Dreamed a Dream is my favorite song in Les Mis and probably the best one. Maybe Master of the House. I like as my favorite. I like Master of the House. I think Dream to Dream is probably the most popular.
Master of the House is far and away my favorite by a huge margin. It's so fun. It's so catchy. As for the most popular, we'll give half a musical point. I don't remember if you also said it, Alex. But One More Day barely edges out Do You Hear the People Sing? 44 million to 43.5 million.
I mean, it's probably because it's more palatable. No one wants to hear Anne Hathaway fucking shriek about like dying, basically.
About the tigers coming at night.
On the other side, for the Blues Brothers, most popular, what was your favorite?
Ooh, I'm gonna double down for both of these just because I think that it's so good. Everybody Needs Somebody to Love. That ending is just like, I know people who like recreated that like ending and like do that and like did it at like, you know, performances and all stuff. Like it's iconic. And I think it's so fun.
Myself and my friends in elementary school.
Yep.
Wow, really?
How did I know without even like a genuine audience did not know that, and I just like, yep.
Jake and I have never spoken about this movie before. I mean, none of us have.
Is there footage of you reenacting this?
No, there is not.
You say that as if you personally made sure of it.
my singing is
Matt
too
burned
rough.
all the tapes.
That's so good.
What about you, Alex? Favorite, most popular?
I think my favorite is Think. Aretha Franklin's so good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with Jake. Everybody Needs Somebody. It's probably most popular.
Well, I'm going to perfectly meet you in the middle. My two favorites were Everybody Needs Somebody to Love and Think. I think Aretha Franklin is just so good. Wow. Most popular by a large margin. Everybody Needs Somebody to Love. Yeah. 30 million plays.
Nice.
Yeah. Iconic. Wow. It was just like an iconic little.
So that's 2.5 musical points to Jake. 1 musical point for Alex.
Hell yeah. Wow. I'm a musical boy. What could I say?
Jake's just he's got his ear to the ground. He knows what the people want.
Yeah, man. And what they want is more Russell Crowe. Have you guys ever and literally, please, honestly, if we need to pause to listen to this, please do. Have you ever listened to Bring Him Home on 0.5 speed?
No.
Go to YouTube, play Bring Him Home, change the speed to 0.5, and everyone do this. Please, audiences do this.
Oh my god!
You should see their faces. I know you guys can't see
it. Honestly, this should just be what we post on social media.
Look, I'm telling you guys right now, Hugh Jackman, love him, talented, whatever guy, he sings so like, but it really doesn't get better when it's normal speed. It's so bad. Like I don't know, he really dialed in the like, they're like, Wolverine can't be a musical. He's like, I'm gonna do Broadway and always sing like that.
Well, that's what he's a classically trained musician.
No, I know he is, but I'm saying what people's perceptions of him were. Yeah, because he was like, this tough like action actor guy, and then I respect Hugh Jackman for fully leaning into like, nah, dude, I want to do musicals. Like I want to whatever. I love that. But also, this is atrocious, and playing it on 0.5 speed is the funniest fucking thing.
Oh, God. It's really funny.
Oh, my God. It's so hysterical.
So something I want to bring up, obviously huge. I know Greatest Showman's dead. However, obviously Hugh Jackman is in both Les Mis and Greatest Showman. I think he plays the same character from parallel universes. Real life P.T. Barnum became the mayor of Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Oh.
Wow.
the fictional character, Jean Valjean,
He's not real?
becomes... I'm sorry, Jake. This is how you find out.
I don't get to meet Jean Valjean.
Becomes the mayor of a small French town. Strange, isn't it?
Wait. I just realized in the beginning scene when he was a little kid, he stole some bread.
Mm-hmm. Jean Valjean got 19 years for that.
Holy fucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
If he gets caught, if he doesn't know how to climb that fence, again, see, my fence comment now makes a lot of sense.
He gets caught and goes to jail.
He got caught and goes to French prison.
We are breaking open the Hugh Jackaverse.
Mm-hmm.
That is, yep, I like that. The huge Jackverse.
And one last little thing on the bread stealing in Les Mis. It's not addressed in the musical, but it's discussed in Victor Hugo's novel. Jean Valjean originally gets like 5 years. However, the man keeps trying to escape and keeps getting 3 years added onto his sentence and ends up serving 19.
Yeah,
my
at
guy.
A certain point, that's on him, guys.
Stop while you're behind, okay? It's only getting worse.
That's definitely on him.
Also, okay, back to the movie, though. The fact that Javert realizes it's like, wait, that might be Jean Valjean when he sees him pick up that cart.
Oh, yeah.
So strong. Dude. And he's like, I've only met one man that strong before in my life.
Do you guys generally not enjoy Les Mis' like songs? Like, I think they're so good. I think it's so fun.
So which songs are you referring to?
All of them, except for like Castle of a Cloud. Fuck that little girl.
So Russell Crowe is very bad. All the songs he's in are bad.
But they like
are
beautiful.
Hilarious though.
Yeah, okay.
Are they? Are they beautiful?
The song, if you listen to like
songs
the actual,
are beautiful. Russell Crowe is bad singing them.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's just like I think I've listened to this so much.
He's the one performing it.
Going back to Matt's point about like the versions of the songs that I listen to, I don't listen to the Les Mis movie soundtrack. If I ever listen to Les Mis, I'm listening to the Broadway recording of Les Mis, you know? Although the same thing for me is said of the Blues Brothers. I don't listen to the Blues Brothers versions of the songs. I listen to the normal versions.
Yeah, fair enough.
I do only Russell Crowe covers of all the songs.
Yeah, so I don't think the other songs are bad. I think they're kind of like, and I had never seen Les Mis. I would probably go try out the Broadway recording before I'd go back and listen to the ones from the movie. And I've listened to I've gone back and listened to Master of the House, but I haven't gone back and listened to any of the other tracks since watching it.
There are a bunch of other, like On My Own, Samantha Banks, like that's like, she is a Broadway like singer, and all that stuff. I just think their casting was too hilarious to like avoid, which is unfortunate.
I just don't get why musicals cast people that can't sing. Why did they cast Russell Crowe? Did they need his star power that badly to bring people to the theaters? Like,
I think he wanted to be in it. I think it was his choice.
Who is this man? What code of devilish he is having cast the child and to let me go free? It was an hour's loss of the still of my fate.
I think, funnily enough, I think the only song that I can think of that I truly think was sung really well was, so Dream to Dream, I think was really good. Anne Hathaway pulled it through. But I think kind of out of nowhere, Sacha Baron Cohen singing Master of the House was really good. And Helena Bonham Carter was really good.
Dude, a match made in heaven. Those two as like,
so
that's like such a, wow, man. Like their chemistry was so, like, that's perfect casting. They fucked up hard with Russell Crowe and Hugh Jackman, in my opinion. But those two, pretty great casting.
Really good.
They're so fun. Master of the House is so fun.
Can we talk about how both of these movies, they kind of have like that like mission from God a little bit? And I love Blues Brothers' take on it, where it's just like very clearly he's just like, we're on a mission from God in his Canadian accent. Love that. So good.
You imagine if Russell Crowe said that? You imagine if Javert was just like, I'm on a mission.
from God.
And then Hugh Jackman, I think Blues Brothers, to give Blues Brothers like a lot of credit, like again, I alluded to it before, but it had no business being that fun and like genuinely a good movie from being an SNL sketch. they clearly had like a lot of like fun with it. And I just genuinely think that's like an impressive thing because like, that's like a dream, right? You're on your SNL, you do these sketch all stuff, and you get to make a movie of your stupid fucking character, and like it's like fun.
I super agree with you, Jake. I think there's obviously something very impressive about that aspect, and then there's also this piece, at least for me, that I do. It is so much a love letter. I said this in my intro to this film, but a love letter to blues. That's like clearly one of the biggest things they wanted people to take away from it, which I think is really, really awesome that they pay so much reverence in casting and song choice to the genre that they're paying homage to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
obviously not in
two white
Dan
dudes.
Aykroyd and John Belushi, but I'm saying they cast a ton of blues musicians and people from the scene as like the people that play a lot of the music are, you know, or basically all the music.
Yeah. I think it's also interesting. These, I think, are the two movies where we have probably the most music throughout and probably the least music throughout, like in terms of actual singing. Just because the Blues Brothers takes a while to get into its first musical number. The first 5 minutes are silent, basically. It's very interesting, I think, to like look at how music functions in the movies.
Yeah. There's a really interesting point with that, as I said, Blues Brothers takes like a very different approach than basically the rest of the bracket to how it is a musical. Like, I don't think we get the second proper musical number in Blues Brothers until like 50 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
So it takes a while to like start steeping itself in the music it's espousing. But like once it starts, you're getting like round after round. It has a very, very different approach to it.
Yeah. It feels like besides Think, for the most part, the music is like them performing. It's not
just played out and like,
so it doesn't function as a tool of narrative.
Blues Brothers is interesting because I do think it does have pacing issues, honestly. And like Alex said, like the chase scenes or whatever, like a lot of things feel disconnected. I still think that's fun and like part of it, but also this movie definitely could have been shorter. And, you know, obviously Les Mis is a long movie, but I feel like there's a precedent of like it was a Broadway musical and those tend to be longer and they always feel like things and there's always stuff they leave out and all that. Where this was just like, they clearly just were writing this for fun and like kept going. And I wonder how recording this honestly went. I wonder if it was a fun time or an awful time.
Oh my God. I just jumped to the Blues Brothers Wikipedia page to see if I could find something. It seemed it went way over budget. There was a ton of drug use. And it does seem
like it was a shit show.
Can't quite say I know for sure it was a nightmare, but I just want to call this out. Cocaine was so prevalent on the set that Aykroyd, who used far less than his partner, claims a section of the budget was actually set aside for purchases of drugs during night shooting. They had a cocaine budget for Blues Brothers.
That poor fucking PA who had to find it. Oh my God.
find a source.
PA.
My God.
That's what, and comparing that to Les Mis, like the way they filmed it, the behind the scenes stuff is really awesome. If you like look into it, like the live, like stuff they do and the technical direction, like it, honestly, I think a really like well-directed movie.
I think it's very technically impressive, but I think the result leaves something to be desired in some of the songs because they're trying to emulate the onstage act of like the music happening live while people are singing. So singers have to be adaptive, musicians have to be adaptive. What you lose, though, to me, these are movie musicals. They should take advantage of the fact that they are
movies.
Filmed. And Les Mis is kind of leaving that behind to have this authenticity that leaves rough edges in that just don't need to be there in like the post-production situation.
Yeah, I just thought that was like a brave. I just thought that was like an interesting thing to do for a movie, like to leave it as if it was like blending movie and like on the stage. Because obviously, there's going to be rough edges, but they weren't ashamed of those. Like they left those in. They cast Russell Crowe.
Cool. I think it's cool. I just think it didn't play out the way they probably played out the way they wanted it to, but I just don't think it was a success in the way that they wanted it to.
I think another factor of it, because I agree with you that it's very cool technically that they did it, but I don't know that it created the best product. But in a very similar vein, the shots that they filmed and the actual like pictures that they put on screen, so many of them in Les Mis were pulled directly from pictures of the scenes on stage.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful
the sets. Were awesome.
sets.
Production design was fucking stellar.
Designed so well to give you the pictures that you would get on stage at a live show, but then being able, because it's filmed, to show it from different perspectives. Of you see Javert up on the ledge, but you can look down because you can see it from his perspective, not just up at him.
You're standing in your grave. Yeah, man. I just think it's like a really technically like great like film.
It's
and,
a technical achievement for sure.
Well, but then you look at Blues Brothers, and there are some great technical moments in Blues Brothers. Like all of the car spinouts and donuts are so cool. The car crashes are very cool if we get probably 30 too many of them.
I don't think there has been a movie that hates cop cars as much as the Blues Brothers. The number of them that they destroy through this movie's runtime.
I wonder what the number is. Like
they just make so much fun of cops and police. Like when the police and military are getting out of the cars and they're just like and they're jumping down the building. So funny. I just started listening to Bring Him Home again, and it was at like a perfect moment where it was switching between words, and it was so good. Should we vote?
Yeah,
sure.
I'll go first here. I barely go first. I'll do it. Les Mis, guys. Come on, man. Bring him home, guys, please.
I can go next. I'm voting for the Blues Brothers on a mission from God.
It all comes down to me this time. I am voting for
Imagine. Audiences, imagine.
Les Mis.
What?
And Prisoner 24601 advances. Wow.
What?
I did not expect to vote for Les Mis, but here we
are.
are.
Shook right now. I'm kind of actively
sneaks its way up.
I was playing that up as if it was not going to move forward.
I know you were, Jake. I know.
Yeah.
Well, you get another episode packed full of some peak Les Mis content.
This is like when Sonic moved on.
Like,
yeah, please watch.
How dare you?
When Sonic moved on.
How dare you?
Yeah, but that was the Oscar bracket, and Les Mis wouldn't have advanced in the Oscar bracket. Yeah. Tough competition.
That's true.
Sonic would have beat
Sonic would have beat Les Mis.
Les Mis has won more than Mouse Hunt has won.
Yeah.
And it's all because of Russell Crowe.
All right. Well, so moving on from this side of the bracket, we've got Les Mis and Mamma Mia. Coming at you next episode, we've got The Producers versus Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny.
What a fucking matchup.
What a wild matchup that's going to be.
And Rocky Horror Picture Show versus The Road to El Dorado.
Go ahead, Rocky.
Super fun movies coming at you if you want to watch along with us. However, want to throw a content warning out for Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny. There is a rape joke in one of the songs, so that's something to look out for if it's material you're sensitive to.
Cool. I'm excited. I'm also I'm just kind of speechless. I dreamed a dream that Les Mis would move on, and here we fucking are. Thanks, Anne. Thanks, Anne Hathaway. You did it. We did it.
What a wild time.
Nice.
Thank you guys so much for listening. We really appreciate it. If you like, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd. Share the show with someone that you like to sing with.
You guys should send us recordings of you singing your favorite songs in these musicals. Do your best Javert impression and send it to us, actually.
Do your best Javert. Yeah.
Can I get some Javerts in the chat, please?
Yeah, best Javert impression. We'll put the recording into the show. Give you a shout out if you'd like.
Honestly.
Nice.
And with that, take cover, child.